start with any injuries. Busy period of
Any
fixtures,
injuries?
isn't it?
Yeah, we could be here all afternoon talking about the injuries. We've got 9 out at the minute. First team players as well. Trotter and Wheater came off at half time on Saturday. Don't think Trotter will make tomorrow. Wheater may have a chance. And as regards the rest of them coming back, then we'll have no one back for the game tomorrow night. So we are very much stretched, but we can't use it as an excuse. We're at home, and it's a game that if we win, will lift us up a couple of places again, because it's very, very tight in that mid-table area.
It's a difficult thing to manage in the Championship anyway. How difficult is it when you've got that many injuries? Is it problematic?
It is problematic, yeah, because you don't have consistency of choice in terms of team selection. We put out a pretty strong team at the weekend, and we were fine up until 40 minutes. And then, we were the masters of our own downfall in terms of, giving away cheap goals to a very, very good side. And then we lost the 2 guys at half time, and we've had to reshuffle things again. But look, it's part of the challenge of being a manager. We're enthusiastic about it. We're looking forward to it. We've got 2 home games. Just saying to the guys there, if we'd have won last week against Wolves, would have been 12th. We find ourselves 17th now after 1 game, so you can imagine how tight it is in those places. So a couple of wins and things are looking a lot more positive again. However, we're not down about things, but we are disappointed with the recent results, because the performances have merited better results.
I was just about to say the performances haven't warranted conceding as many as you've conceded over the last 3 games. Is that a worry?
Yeah, it's a concern. Yeah, because we went on a run earlier where we had 4 or 5 clean sheets in a row, so we've gone from being hard to beat to conceding goals. So that's something we'll have to remedy as quickly as possible.
In terms of the guys that you've brought in, a new substitute for Rashinya for the last couple of games, I would imagine he'll be getting a start in the not too distant, won't he?
He may do, yeah. Just not sure he's ready yet. He needs a bit of time to adjust the game. We've got plenty of games to go, so he will feature as the season goes on. Slavchev and Twardzik made their debuts in the second half. We were pleased with Twardzik, got his goal and put himself about quite well. We've got Janko now from Manchester United. Hopefully his registration will come through tomorrow morning and he'll be available. Lafondra, we know, is a very good player at this level. Bannon had a fine game, under the circumstances. So, they've given us, encouragement. They will get better as we go along, as they get used to us and the way we play and the way we train. So, yeah, I mean, despite, getting beat by a very good team, you want to compete. We competed for, a large part of the first half, but like I said, I think a little bit of inexperience caught up us against a team who are, in terms of strength and depth, one of the strongest we've faced.
No, we don't like moaning about fixture pile-up, but when those games include an FA Cup game and a replay against Liverpool, it takes a lot out of the side, doesn't it?
It looks to me, in hindsight now, that it did take a lot out of the team. But we would rather have that opportunity and that experience than not. So now we just have to galvanise ourselves, regroup, hopefully get some bodies back over the next couple of weeks, and we'll be a lot stronger for the run-in now. The playoffs look like they're going to be beyond us now, so it's important we find a consistent run again and finish the season as strongly as possible.
What we're hearing on Radio Manchester is that you've galvanised the team and almost galvanised the town. Was that kind of the plan when you came in? Yes,
but I mean, a couple of defeats like we've had can change the view. We never got carried away by the run that we were on. We always were looking over our shoulder. We're still in a comfortable-ish position, but a couple of wins will just take us away and ease the worries from everyone, and we start to look forward. We have got some bright young prospects in the squad. We've brought in some good young players, but it's the senior ones that are worry for me in terms of the injuries that we're picking up. Really important players that they're missing at the minute, and in this run of games we could really be doing them because we have a very difficult month.
It is Fulham next. Plenty of Premier League experience in that side. Put 4 past you last time out. Guessing it will be dealt with in an entirely different way this time.
Yeah, well, there's a motivation there, obviously. They've got some excellent players: McCormick, Rodallega, Christensen, Katalinic. Very talented, very dangerous. They've had a difficult season themselves, in terms of adjusting to the Championship, but I think kids come in now and sort of stabilise, knows the club and the players very well, and they're a dangerous team. You know, they're stronger at home, a bit like ourselves. They don't travel as well as they probably would have liked, so it's a game where we're at home, or we're unbeaten in the league since October, so that's, you know, is a real plus point in our favour, and we have to get Saturday out of our system as quickly as possible, and we're all looking forward to the game. I think it'll be a good game of football. You know, I think both teams will try and play, so there may be goals in it, and it may be open, and it may be quite entertaining.
You've turned the Macron into almost a place where people don't want to come now, and that's always helpful when you're in a mid-table scrap to avoid getting sucked into that relegation battle, is to have a crowd behind you, and you've definitely got that, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, the fans have been brilliant, the home fans. I mean, the atmosphere against Liverpool the other night was exceptional, and the players respond to that, you know. I know we have some senior players, but we have some young players as well who, you know, need that sort of encouragement and support when they're out there. And yeah, that is important. Home form is always important at any stage of the season, and none more so than now.
Are you concerned at all that players might be settling into old habits or anything like that?
Yeah, there is a concern that complacency sneaks in. So, look, we had them in yesterday. It wasn't ideal. We wanted them to give them a day off, but you know, you can't accept losing 4-1 away from home. I know Derby are a top side, but we had to go through it again with them and look at things that we could have done better. So hopefully they'll take that on board, and we will keep on top of the players in terms of the standards that they've set over the last few months, and making sure they try and maintain that.
Yeah, you seemed angry after the game. You've obviously spoken to the players. What was their kind of response?
Quiet, you know, but you know, we'll see how they are today. You know, I'll be expecting them to. We've dealt with it. It's out of, you know, want them to get out of their system and look forward, and it's a good game to look forward to because Fulham are there about us.
Did you learn anything different about your players in that game, do you think?
I mean, you always learn something from games, you know. You learn something about yourself as well in defeat more than you do in victory. So yeah, you know, we'll take little bits from it. Might be a negative, use it to turn it into a positive going forward.
Yeah, it's all about the reaction now, isn't it?
Yeah, and to be fair, whenever we've had a defeat, we've bounced back very well. And the level of performance, you know, at home has been very good, so I'm looking for more of the same.
You mentioned about Janko coming in. It'll be a bit of a boost knowing your numbers.
Yeah, a welcome boost. He's a good young player. He's strong and powerful and very, very quick. And he will give us an injection of pace into the team, which, you know, is always, you know, helpful.
You know, straight into the squad, barring, you know, his paperwork all goes through.
Well, yeah, he's fit. I mean, he's been playing a lot of games for Manchester United under 21 team this year. So he played last week, so he'll have no problem in terms of getting up to, you know, the conditioning level that he needs to be at. So yeah, he will train today, and hopefully registration comes through in time, and he will be available for selection. Dan's is back as well from suspension, which is a big boost for us because, you know, we missed him a little bit on Saturday.